Well, good night to everyone that's tuned in here. Welcome to the evening talk show where we'll be discussing the sultry, hot, just moist topic of relationships. Really, really glad to be here and glad to talk to anyone who's willing to call in and have a little conversation with me. Good evening. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Well, we almost had someone. Looks like they're back. Or maybe it's someone else. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, well, hello there.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just hanging out, saw you were streaming. Thought I'd jump on.
Yeah? I'm glad you did. What are you doing on this lovely evening? What'd you do today?
Well, there's a lot of, I'm a graphic design student, so a lot of work.
Oh, shit, that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You got a big assignment coming up?
No, I work on campus where I live, so I've just been working on just projects on projects.
Anything interesting?
Right now I'm working on a website for a research base where kindergartners and younger kids learn language through symbols. So it's a testing website where they're able to do that.
I've always thought that was a super effective method of teaching language, especially to young kids. They need that simple representation sort of method. I think that's nice.
It's super interesting, but some of the words like for and stuff like that just does not represent through symbols.
Oh, right. Yeah, but so are you designing the assets for this? Like, is it software or what is it?
I'm designing a web program. So when the administrator, people who are doing the research are able to give like an iPad to a kid, and they can take the tests. And once they've taken the test, their research the data is compiled, so they can get the research and kind of go through that and see how fast they went through. It's like you see a set of sentences and symbols, and then the kids go into this board where it's just filled with different symbols where they have to choose the right symbols in the right order. So it's a whole thing.
That's interesting. And there's data collection involved there as well. You're just collecting all the students' data and what they've done.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how that works because I just design it, but I work with developers to do all that crazy stuff.
Leave that to the nerds.
Right.
So what do you think about our topic this evening? Do you have anything to comment on it? Any experiences you're going through right now, went through in the past, things you're thinking about?
Yeah. It's kind of a interesting topic because I had a really long relationship for like 3-4 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's been like a year since that relationship ended. And like, it's just been like it's freeing, and I'm able to do the things I want and teach myself and have the time to like pour into my self-knowledge and make new things. But it's also just very odd, and I'm still like adjusting, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, you said 4 years, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's a long
it lasted
time.
4 years, yeah.
So you still feel yourself
along.
like adjusting from the impact of that?
Oh, yeah. I'm still learning. Like, I'm 20 right now, so
Oh,
It was
okay.
like throughout when I was kind of growing up, becoming a young adult. So it's been interesting kind of readjusting to like just being by myself again, which is weird.
Yeah, I I know a little bit about that myself. Do you so you spent I mean, yeah, you really spent some formative years with this person.
For sure. Yeah.
Did you know them before? Like had you been friends with them before you started dating?
Yeah. So I knew them through I knew her through my brother because she was in the same grade my brother was.
Oh, okay.
She was a grade above me
This would have been
at the
starting high
time.
school?
And yeah, so it was starting high school. Well,
No.
yeah. Well, maybe I think it was like my sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
Um, and we just kind of grew together as people.
Hmm.
But once like that kind of ends, it's very odd to like readjust, I'd say.
Yeah. Did you do that because I mean, was it like a distance thing? Was it just you're becoming different people or what went on there?
I think it was we were becoming different people and more her than me. I've been always kind of set in what I want to do and how I am as a person, and I'm changing still. But
Yeah.
she was unhappy and didn't communicate to me her unhappiness, and then she did things that weren't great.
Should, probably
So
shouldn't have done.
yeah,
Oh, that sucks. That hurts for sure.
for sure. Yeah, I'm over it mostly now. It's just odd to think about.
Have you had any opportunities to explore someone else sexually, relationship wise?
Not really. I haven't met anyone that's I feel like there was a connection because it's
Mm,
always like usually I'm not a dude who goes on Tinder and just looks for women because
yeah.
he looks for hookups because it just doesn't work for me. I like relationships and friendships first.
So you're trying to get you're not so hungry for sex that you just want to fuck something.
No, right? No.
That's I admire that. I
I mean, there's times for sure like I'm
yeah.
like freaking out and like wigging out, but other time like right now I'm pretty chill about how everything's going.
So like you're a year on, are you not are you at the point where you're sort of like you're ready to jump into something else, or are you enjoying? Are you maybe starting to be able to enjoy this new existence?
I've been enjoying it for
Yeah.
more than I'm not rushing, I'd say, which is weird for me because before her, I had a few relationships and I was always rushing to find someone new.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just like chilling out,
It's
teaching
interesting
myself
how
new stuff.
things just sort of work out like that, don't they? Like you you're in this thing that you think is it is. It's not. You think it just is the most important thing to you. And then
Right,
it ends. It's temporal. It stops and or not temporal, it's temporary. And it just ends. This thing that
right.
you thought was never going to end and somehow you're totally fine.
Yeah, it, it weird. Like for the first few weeks after it happened, I was like pretty fucked up and I was
Yeah.
doing all the things I shouldn't have been doing. But after I got over that kind of period of time, like it was a few months,
Yeah.
I just kind of like, oh, I have free time now. And like I can focus on, because I go to art school and all that, so I can focus on the stuff that's really important to me, which was just making good stuff.
I'm sure it's opened up some more time for you in general.
Oh, it's so much more time and money, so I can like
Money,
spend
oh my
on
God.
supplies and
Yeah.
stuff. Holy shit, it's ridiculous.
You don't realize just how much attention, effort, time, and especially money you just pour into a relationship because that's just what it involves. Even if both of you are putting
Yeah,
money into it and time, it's just
it's crazy.
yeah, you sort of set aside half of yourself, half of your energy, your attention, your love, all of that and invest it in somebody else.
I think it's kind of beautiful in a way where that you can just be okay with like a part of your life just ending and like realizing like, yeah, that was the part and I was stuck there and kind of like freaking out. But like, it's like when you lose your phone and you finally realize you don't need your phone and you can just like enjoy life.
That's a really great metaphor. It's just like what I mean, I enjoy my phone. I like being on it, but wow, I'm like, here I am and the phone's not there, and this is totally fine.
Right. And another part of like the relationship that really blowed was a lot of the friendships I made was through that relationship. So once that was done, like all of my friends were gone essentially.
Oh fuck. So did they all go? I mean, because it always happens where it's this allegiance thing. Did they go with her?
They all went with her. Yeah.
Oh no.
Which was also terrifying. And I had like one or two friends that were like there with me because it was also my freshman year of college, like right after that.
So you had like had like one or two that stuck with you there?
Yeah. So like two of them were like they were just like roommates and stuff that I had that were kind of there just to be around, which was like they're still some of my best friends.
Yeah.
But finding new friends as I've gotten older, I've realized it's so much harder. It's ridiculous.
Dude, that is something that I was not prepared for, and I wish that someone had told me that before I became an adult. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's next to impossible. Like outside of work, you're pretty much it's not. I mean, I have a small handful of really incredible people in my life, but it's a small handful, and the rest, I mean, acquaintances at best. It's
right.
Very difficult to make a friend these days. I don't know why.
It is like I work with a lot of cool people, and I've been trying to reach out to them to like become their friends, and they've been very accepting of me.
Yeah.
But it's still like in that barrier where like I don't feel like they're like my best friends. I just feel like they're friends.
You don't feel like you could really lay some shit on them?
Oh yeah, like I could not. Yeah. So I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But
I hear you, dude. Me too. How old did you say you were? 20?
I'm 20.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got 8 years on you, and that has not changed for me. I mean,
I don't expect it to change.
I don't either. I mean, I don't expect to ever hit an age where I'm like, oh, right, I get everything. I think that's just not something that ever really happens. You know,
it's kind of weird when you're a kid. You think your parents like know everything, and then as I've gotten older, they just like it seems like they don't know shit, and we also just don't know shit.
You just realize that they are human beings. They're just humans like you. They've made lots of mistakes, and they're just people. That was a strange thing to realize. I think how are you with your parents? Are your parents married?
Yeah, they're still married.
How many years?
I think they're hitting their like, I think they hit their 20th or 22nd.
Hey, recently. That's great.
Yeah.
So
they've been together since they were like 19. So.
Did you ever go through a period where you were at odds with them? I mean, adolescence. Were you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some periods of drug use that my parents were very not a fan of.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah. And very, like, my sister and I were both in very rebellious stages, which I still am in, but not as bad as it was. It was bad.
Reconnecting, though, how did that happen? Did you manage to reconnect and develop a stronger bond with them?
I think so. I've been pretty close to my parents. Like, I at least talk to them every few days, at least.
That's great.
But
do you live away? I mean, you live in a different city?
I just moved out of my parents' house.
Oh, so okay.
That's awesome. Another change in my life.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Yeah.
I bet you're enjoying it, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's great. Like, I've been living on, like, campus but now I have like my own apartment off campus, so I still got a taste of that when I lived
Oh,
on
that's the
college.
shit, man. That's the best.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. I love having my own apartment. I mean, I don't know. What? You just walk around, you do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
It's still just as cool as it's always been. I wake up and I walk around. I'm like, I'm just like I'm free. I'm totally free over here.
Right.
It's liberating.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just starting to learn what it's like.
yeah, dude, you've got a lot of, I mean, I don't know what you have ahead of you. I hope it's great. I
Same.
I hope it's a lot of fun, and I hope maybe sometime in the future. If there's one thing I would say, and I'm by no means the master of relationships at all, but I've had a few, and don't, don't rush shit. It's,
Yeah, I've
there's a
realized
lot of
that.
stuff to do and a lot of life to live, and doing it with someone is really great, but it's also nice doing things as your own agent as well, you know?
For sure. Thanks.
Yeah, dude. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders.
Thanks.
Well, listen, I'm going to see if anyone else wants to call in, but really appreciate you being my first caller tonight.
Cool, man. Have a
Is, is
great
this
show, man.
you like the show so far?
Absolutely. I've been watching a lot of your stuff recently. Well, my friends and I found you on like Reddit. Someone posted a video of yours like a few, like I think last year we saw like one of your like videos, your music videos, and like all of us were hooked. And like we have to keep watching them. So
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on this new ride with me. I just we'll see what happens here, you know?
I think it's gonna be great for sure.
Thanks, man. Well, yeah, feel free to call back anytime. I'm going to be doing these as often as I can, so call back
Will do,
whenever.
man. Thanks.
All right,
Have a good
man.
night.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Lovely guy. And I wish him the best. And you know what? I wish you the best too. Whoever you are out there, you just enjoy yourself. Stop worrying about shit. Stop being a little worry wart. Hello.
ごめんなさい、Rebillet sama.
Oh, Tatatakara Nabaticha, Sensei Roger.
Yes.
I knew it.
Now, the topic is relationships, correct?
That is correct, Sensei. What do you have to say on that?
Well, this is looking a bit into the future, I guess, but I want to ask your opinion on this and how this might potentially affect, I guess, the concept of the human relationship as a whole.
Okay.
What do you feel about sex robots?
Sex robots?
Yes. Like now there's like BJ robots being uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
And like Oculus Rift sex sim.
Yeah. And I mean, not to mention, I don't know if you could call this some form of cyber sex, but those JO crystals are really something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more of an intimate. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think of it. Oh, let me put this other caller on hold here. There we are. I heard a really interesting report about this dude who was in this relationship, this like this love triangle with two sex dolls that he had bought and customized. I mean, we're talking like 16, 17 grand per doll. Beautiful things. And what made this report interesting is that he, as the narrative was being introduced to us, the whole time you're listening to the report, it's told as if you're hearing about just a regular love triangle. They don't mention the fact that they're robots or dolls or whatever. They just talk about this love triangle between this guy and these two girls. And then by the end of it, they start to let on that like their lifeless bodies, shaking back and forth as he's thrusting into them. And you realize that they're like plastic. And, at that point, I sort of understood how someone could feel something for an object and lust after it and maybe construct a psyche and develop a relationship and a concept of them as maybe, a person. It sounds ridiculous, but I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I see it having like, I guess, a negative repercussion in terms of society in general. Like you see this already with Japan, like,
Yeah.
The hikikomori phenomenon, like
What's
all these
that?
young, I guess, it's like young Japanese men, they like decide to like stay inside and like they don't want to have a good social life. And like they'd have relationships with these like, I don't know, body pillows and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. What is that? The waifu thing?
Yeah, I think.
You rub up against a long pillow and jizz on it?
Basically. Got the
Yeah.
gist.
I mean, that just sounds like something I did as a kid.
I mean, like, but if you look at it now, like their population pyramid, it's like inverted. Like not too many young people left and there's a bunch of old people. Like, I don't know if like with the innovation of sex robots, it's just become worse in the future. You know what I mean?
What do you think about that? Do you think that we're going to get to a point where we sort of sharpen our reproductive habits and become just as like a slower to grow as a species?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Japan's already a very, I guess, post-industrial society.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe like more countries similar to it, I guess, like say in Europe and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I have like a few more questions I'm going to let other people answer.
Okay.
So I guess my first one is, do you shampoo your pubes?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you know what? I don't shampoo them. No. There have been a few occasions on which I have, and it's nice. But generally, I just go at them, with some good old-fashioned soap.
See, here at the dojo, I just go full Brazilian on them.
Oh, yeah? You just get rid of that shit?
Yes.
What about a relationship with you there, Rod? What, are you involved in anything? Are you in the wake of something? Is there love bubbling in your life? What's happening?
I live for the art of combat. I am celibate.
Is that right?
Yes, I have to hone myself for Aikido.
And you choose not to indulge in any sexual relationships whatsoever?
Yes. Sort of like a mental jacking off.
It feels good knowing that you're resisting this? Is that what it is?
Yes. You have to pursue your other interests, you know what I mean?
But I think you could make an argument that the two could maybe coexist, although I haven't tried it. I mean, maybe it's possible that being celibate...
That I completely agree, but the life of an Aikido master, you must be celibate.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. What's your next question?
Let's see. Oh, yeah. I was going to ask, what do you think about the new, Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
What do you think about the new one that got announced?
I played the New Order, and of course, I've played 3D. But what was that new one called?
Colossus, I think. New Colossus.
Oh yeah, is id making that?
I believe so.
Yeah, I guess they are. The in-game footage looked really pretty. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I mean the New Order was a romping, stomping good time, and I expect this one to be no different.
Oh yeah, and to me, I feel they did a really good job in like, I don't know, making the player hate the villain. You know?
Yes.
Like if you played something like, I don't know, a different World War II game like Medal of Honor or something, like you would feel indifferent when you're like shooting Nazis or something.
But yeah, like the narrative was.
They really.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was. No, it's fine. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we agree the narrative was unexpectedly strong in that game. I was just expecting like just some weird alt World War II shit, but it was I don't know. They had a really strong narrative.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for Sensei Roger.
Well, Sensei, always appreciate you calling and would love to speak to you again.
Yeah.
Throw some more questions at me whenever you want, all right?
Oh, shit. I forgot. I just remembered my last question.
Okay.
You listen to MF Doom?
I love Doom, yes.
Oh.
What's
one of your favorite songs?
Got a copy of Mad Villainy right here on vinyl.
Nice.
My favorite song, I think it would be Hoe Cakes, but the beatbox-apella version, where it's only the beatbox and him going to town on that with the verse from Hoe Cakes. Listen, there's someone else on the line.
Oh, yeah. So I guess, see ya.
I'll see you, Raj. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. Hello, caller.
Hello. What's up, Mark?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. How about you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. I'm having a quiet little evening. I'm having a little cup of coffee. I was a little tired, so I'm trying to keep the energy going a little bit,
Yeah, nice. I like your new concept you have going on YouTube right now with the live stream and interference with your fans and stuff. It's
really, you like that?
Really cool. Yeah.
Thanks. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Norway, actually.
Oh wow, from Norway.
Yeah, that's right.
What is it? Is it early morning for you over there? Is we like 4 a.m. or something?
Yeah, it's like 4:30 in the morning. It's like
Jesus.
I mean the sun the sun isn't going down here. It's like midnight sun because I'm in Tromsø. So,
what are you doing? Have you been up all night?
So far north, but I've been to a jazz concert.
Hey,
so I just came home
that's
and
great.
I saw you live streaming just when I came in, so I thought I should call. I was at this blend between electronic and jazz music over here at the bar in Tromsø. So I had a really great time.
That's cool. Were they a local band?
Now I'm here. Yeah, it's like a dude named Bugge Vesseltoft. He's a really genius guy.
I'm not even going to attempt to repeat that.
Yeah, I get you. But Bugge is a really great man. He doesn't have any hair on his head, and he plays the Rhodes piano.
Oh.
And he had it was like a funky vibe mix between some house in there and some drum machines going, and that was really great.
That's awesome. I love the Rhodes. Maybe my favorite keyboard, the Fender Rhodes and maybe the Hammond B3 organ. I think those would be my two favorite pairs of keys.
Yeah. Same here. All-time favorite instrument. It's the Rhodes piano. It just sounds so.
It's got that sound.
Something about it. That jazzy sound, and you can play it like really intense, and you can also tune it down and be almost kind of It's a very sensitive instrument, I think.
Yeah. Do you play? Do you play keys?
No, I don't play keys. I produce. I produce on a laptop. I just make beats and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of like you, actually. Yeah. I really find your stuff inspiring. Actually, I think you're really original in the way you loop and you never know what to expect, even if it's comedy or just a fucking nice beat. It's really great, man.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, what can I say? It's very, very nice to hear that. Maybe I'll do some more in the future. But this is my...
Yeah, is there any reason that I see that you haven't uploaded the how do you say it? The ideologue.
The ideologue. Yeah.
Yeah. The videos in a while. Is there a reason for that?
Not really. I mean, I go through waves with this kind of stuff. You know, I get these impulses that I just feel like I have to make stuff, and so I just do, and then it'll just disappear at some point. I just lose the impulse. I lose the creative, and then, you know, I don't see the point in forcing myself to come up with something that, you know, I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't feel like doing something when I'm not really feeling it. It just doesn't feel right to me. So I don't do it, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Is it like a writer's block, or?
I guess it's more just like writer's disappearance. It's like the whole thing, the whole urge just goes away. And so, and it's not really necessarily a bad thing. I just...
Yeah, because maybe you could come back and it's 10 times more fun if you had a break from something for a while and you let things like simmer for a bit. Or,
yeah. Hopefully, you know.
I don't know.
And now I'm, you know, I just thought about the idea of having conversations with people on the internet, and here we are, talking to my friend in Norway.
Here we are. Yeah. My friend back in America, Marc.
That's right.
Really great stuff. This idea, I love it, because now you set this ideologue on one side, and now you're just focusing on the ideas you have here and now.
That's right. Just talking about life and talking about whatever, you know?
Yeah, whatever. I think that's the great thing about being an artist, is that you can just creative freedom is important, and doing what you want. It's important to, you know, feel free as an artist.
I agree.
And, express your ideas, and that's exactly what you're doing right now.
Well, thank
you,
man.
Cool.
Did you have anything you wanted to?
Big ups from Norway.
Did you have anything about relationships you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, the relationship thing. That's an interesting one.
Oh, you bet your ass that is.
I'm actually not. I'm actually not very experienced with girls and relationship. I maybe had like one relationship in my entire life, and that was like four years ago.
And so, was it good?
I'm not. It was like it was nothing serious. It was like a brief thing. So I can't. I'm not an expert on this subject at all. I can talk about how my interference with girls are, and maybe you know, I can talk to girls, but I'm not good at getting them to, you know, maybe take interest in me, you know?
Yeah. Do you find it difficult to get to a point in the conversation where you say, hey, let's Let's do something.
Yeah, exactly. It's a challenge because it's hard to get something to talk about which you have in common, because I like weird shit. I like movies from the 70s and jazz, and yeah, that's what I want to talk about, but that's not always the case with girls. It's
Man,
either problems or
I wish there were more women that were
whatever.
into that, because I would have a much easier time getting laid if that were the case.
Yeah, that's true. Because I find I find it often that you have to like pretend that you have something in common, or like pretend that you're interested in a conversation with someone. Like really just keep talking to keep them happy and not yourself.
Keep them engaged. Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah,
or,
I
or
think
keep them entertained, or make sure that their attention doesn't drift away or something. So it becomes more like a chore to me. I think maybe I just been with the wrong types of girls. But
no, you're absolutely right.
It's
I think
difficult.
it's the unfortunate reality that if you want to have sex a lot, you have to act for women. You just have to put on a performance. There's no other way to have sex with different women on a fairly regular basis if you are not willing to put on a little bit of a performance,
Yeah, that's true. I have to act in a way, and put on the gentleman look and open doors and pay for the meals and fuck all that. I'd rather sit at home and listen to jazz and
Well, you know what,
whatever,
man? I think that you're gonna find someone, or hopefully several women, that are interested in doing that with you.
Yeah. You just have to dig, and you have to explore and look around.
Well, you're already on the right track. You're
enough.
going to jazz concerts. I mean, you're bound to find some fairly attractive woman there who's, there for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. But when I'm at a jazz concert, I just focus at the music. I'm not the kind of guy that wants to, because it's then you're facing a dilemma where it's either you have to enjoy the concert or go in the back and talk like for a few hours with this girl.
It's so true.
Cross your fingers and maybe it goes somewhere. But
I was talking to my friend about that the other day, about how I will do this a lot, where I'm like, you know what, tonight I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out and I'm just going to do something and hopefully run into someone and maybe bring them home and fuck them. But I always find that when I end up going out, I just end up wanting to like hang out more than I do hit on somebody. I'm like more interested at that point in just enjoying the evening, meeting some interesting people or not, whatever. I'm much more interested in doing that by the time I get out than I am like trying to find someone to fuck.
Yeah, but that must be what you want.
I guess
that
it
has
is.
To be, yeah. And then that's the stuff you want to pursue,
But then I also would love to. I'd love to just pop my penis right inside a lovely vagina. It's a hard struggle. But at the end of the night, I'm like, shit. It would have been great to be able to bring someone home. But then, like you said, that would mean taking my whole night, all of my attention, and putting all of that effort in. Instead of just being able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, most of the time, but it should have just been like in the Stone Age, Just go up to a random, gorilla and just like, whoop, and then that's it.
Wouldn't that be great if we could do that? Just mating calls, just and then you just have like 2 or 3. I mean, I guess that's what you do essentially when you're hitting on someone.
Yeah.
It's a more civilized version of that.
Yeah, it's like a more complicated form of mating call where you're trying to bring in like you're trying to impress, and you're trying to bring forward this kind of vibe through communication, I think.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like a kind of mating call, but it's just really complicated.
It's just very complicated, very convoluted. It's too sophisticated for me. I need a system where we can just proposition someone for sex, they deny or accept, and then great, let's get on with it,
Great, and then you can keep going with your 70s jazz and whatever, and do
That's right.
do the things you want to do, and keep moving up. Because I think the relationship it's really time consuming. I think
it is.
I don't know about you, but when you have some passions and stuff you want to do, you maybe want to set those things aside, especially a serious relationship. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of money, and
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I'm sorry, but I'm going to move on to the next caller. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem, man. It was good talking to Mark. I'm sorry if there's any language barriers here.
Not at all. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to call from Norway. Please call again if I'm on the air. Feel free to give me a call.
Yeah, sure. Keep doing your thing, man.
I will, my friend. You have a good night.
Thanks for the talk.
Thank you. Have a good night, man.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
Thanks. Bye.
See you.
Whoever's up next, dial that number. We're going to have ourselves a little chat about thick thighs, big buttholes. Here comes a caller. Good evening.
What's going on?
What's happening?
Oh, not much. Just calling from Seattle.
Ooh, Seattle, Washington, the home of Dr. Fraser Crane.
Exactly. Now we just have Macklemore, but before it was Fraser.
Before Macklemore, there was Fraser, and before Fraser, there was Cheers, which was not in Seattle, but which Fraser was a character on. So, Starbucks, that's another Seattle thing, right?
Yeah. Starbucks, Amazon, Microsoft, all that shit.
Do you fit into that tech ecosystem somehow?
Nah, fuck that. I'm actually a local, like a native from Seattle.
Oh.
And they're we call them techies, and they kind of are making everything expensive now.
Yeah, fuck that. They're moving in and driving the price of everything up.
Yeah, like we're having a really bad housing crisis. No one can afford rent. It's a good time, but it's a pretty cool place despite that.
That's what I hear. I've been told by more than one person that I would enjoy living in Seattle. I really enjoy rainy weather.
Oh, well, if you like that, it's all goddamn year. Except for the summer. It's pretty
Is
nice.
it really?
But it's like a moody Tim Burton film all the time.
That sounds pretty appealing to me, actually. I might like that.
Yeah, you just feel very dramatic every day.
Yeah, walking outside, a little melancholy, brooding.
Yeah.
Maybe scribbling something down dramatically on a piece of paper and, like, rushing away to the nearest coffee shop.
Exactly. And there's so many coffee shops. It's not just Starbucks either. People like coffee in Seattle. I mean, I guess that's everywhere too.
Well, it's an epidemic. What do you think? Coffee versus tea? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I'm a coffee guy, but where do you fit? Where do you fit in there?
Honestly, I mix it up. I do a little bit of both. I get my drink. I get coffee every morning, and I'm too stupid to make my own, so I go to like a coffee shop and I get a triple dirty chai, which is chai tea with a espresso shot
And some vodka.
and a little vodka. That'd be a good mix it up.
Yeah, just spice it up for that 9
day.
a.m. coffee.
Start a little buzz. That'd be a great way to start.
Sure would. I have no problem with that. Listen, tell me what's going on with you. What do you want to talk about? Relationships, love, sex, anything? What's happening with you?
Well, I saw that prompt and I thought about a few things. So I talked about I'm a Seattle native. But I actually moved down to California after high school, and I was down there for a few years.
Yeah.
When I was there, I met a girl, and we were in this very serious relationship. We dated for over a year. We got a dog together, which was a terrible idea when you have to break up. But,
yep. Yes, it is.
It was very nice. Yeah. But I eventually we had to part ways because I had to move back to Seattle because some of my family started getting sick. My dad was dealing with cancer, so I had to go back to be with them. So it was a sad situation, but something I had to do.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of fun. It's been a year since, but I just recently heard her new boyfriend is thinking about proposing.
Oh.
That fucked me up. I don't know. It's just
boy.
weird to think that in a year that much can change. But low-key, I want to ruin it because I don't know if she knows he's going to do it. So
how would you ruin it? Are you devising some little plans?
Well, I feel like I have to get really ripped first and grow a mustache. Just show up one day and be like, is this right for you? And, let her decide. But
show up and basically do a side-by-side?
Exactly. Just come in and just be like, is this what you want? But actually, I don't know anything about the guy, but it's just she's too young, she just graduated college. She doesn't need to get married.
Oh boy, that is young.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this?
One of her best friends. I'm still friends with her friends down there. So one of them told me, we were talking on the phone, and she's like, you're not allowed to tell anybody, or you're not allowed to tell her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to. Just be an interesting chat.
Well, do you maintain contact with her, or has it been healthier for you to just cut it off?
When we first split up, we would still chat every now and then and even talk on the phone, but she's with her new boyfriend all the time now, so it's kind of, she doesn't really have time to talk to me, and I'm doing a lot of my own stuff, so we haven't talked much in the last few months.
And how long did you date?
So we dated for almost 2 years.
Wow, that's a good long time.
Good long time, especially for being in your 20s.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people that let relationships control my life, and especially when I'm this young, I don't let them. If especially an important decision, I can't just be like, oh, but a girl, because I feel like that's a stupid move.
Yeah.
So it's sad and I regret it, but at the same time, I'm glad that I am where I am now. In California, I was working at a fucking theme park, and I wasn't doing anything, and now I'm going to film school and making movies, so I feel like I'm doing a lot better.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this has been maybe an opportunity? I was talking with the first caller about how he actually ended something about a year ago as well, and he was saying that he was kind of flabbergasted at just the amount of time that he had to sort of focus on his own shit, and how do you sort of feel that way as well?
Yeah, I feel like I'm really killing it at the creativity level. I'm doing a lot of stuff, I'm producing a lot of content, and I'm happy with that. But at the same time, just on a relationship and just my happiness level. I'm not as good as I was before, but I don't know. I guess you gotta balance out the two. So that's what I'm trying to do now. And I don't know. I'm being more social. It's the summer now, so my friends that were up at college are back down. So it's gonna get better. I'm optimistic about it, but
I'm optimistic for you. Do you find
thanks, Mark.
that, I mean, the reality of it is what happened and you are still alive and maybe the better for it, and every little relationship or connection that you make will only add to your life experience. So I don't know if anything, even a terrible breakup or even finding out that, actually I kind of went through a very similar thing not too long ago. I had one of my exes who I actually was the one to end it, but 6 months later I sort of reconsidered and we started seeing each other a little bit, just very sort of on the low. She would be seeing people, but we would still be fucking, and then it was very confusing, and I sort of I fell in love with her again a little bit, and then she met someone, and I was like, well, fuck. I mean, now that I feel something for you again, you're seeing someone, and it really hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. It was very upsetting.
Yeah, that sounds hard. It's the thing about relationships is it's all about timing, and you have to really both be in the right place at the same time.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't line up that often.
You also have to be, and this is something that through experience, I've found is something that's very difficult to judge when you are in the throes of love or lust, particularly, is that you really have to be the same kind of person. And I think that being in love with someone or being in lust or just being crazy about someone can have a tendency to skew your perception of that person a little bit, to the point where, a little further down the line in a relationship, you maybe realize that you're not all that similar. I don't know. Was that something that popped up in that relationship?
No, honestly, it was a really good relationship.
You felt like you were on the same
good
page?
Friends. Yeah, we were very simpatico about the whole thing.
Oh,
but that
great.
does make me think of a different ex who, you ever have a whole relationship and you get out, it finally is over and you're at the other side and you're looking back and you're like, what the fuck? Why did I deal with that for so long?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
I just had this shitty fucking girlfriend. It was in high school, so it almost 8 years ago. And it was like she was just crazy. She was going through shit, obviously, and but just would take it out on me in the worst ways. She was just insecure, high school girl.
Yeah.
Kind of a classic story. But it's just everything I did, it wasn't that she would outright say I wasn't allowed to do things. It was just that she would just get so angry if I ever talked to any other girl, in any way. Then it went to a point I wasn't supposed to play video games. I wasn't supposed to go on the internet. I was
Jesus Christ.
Why is it like this?
Yeah, she had a fucking vice grip on you.
Yeah, and it wasn't even I was like, this is cool. I honestly fought back a lot, but she just was trying to run the show, and it's no good. You gotta, like Snoop Dogg says, you gotta drop it like it's hot.
You gotta drop that. You gotta drop that ass like it's hot, and you just gotta be. It's not worth being in something if you can't really just be yourself in it.
Exactly. You're just being someone else for that person, and
that's exactly right.
You're not being honest with yourself.
So, how long ago did you find out that she was getting engaged?
Like a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah. it's been fucking me up. I had a dream about it. That I was with my ex, and it was like the current current situation. It wasn't like we were together. It was like how things are now. But we hooked up, and then we're just like laying there, and she's like acting all into me, and I'm like, so that guy though, really serious, huh? And just kind of like, I don't know. It was kind of good for me. It was to at least go through that in a dream, but like,
yeah,
I'm just thinking about it.
It's in your mind,
we
and
don't talk anymore either. It's just like now she's more of like an idea, and I just kind of like conceptualize or just think about what she's going through, and I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's weird how your exes haunt you in a way.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know that. Do not try and get up in the middle of this. Obviously.
No. That I'm. This is just how I'm feeling, but it'd just be a huge dick move.
And not only that, but I think it would achieve the opposite effect, and I think it would really reflect poorly on you at the end of the day, rather than be this big payback, or whatever. I just don't see that ending well.
0% of me thinks that's a good move. Like it's something I feel and I want to do, but it's something I know is just dumb and like.
Oh, good.
It at the end of the day, it's just to go in and someone like they've been dating for like a long time, and just me to go in and be like, "You sure?"
Look at this fucking loser. Look at me and look at this fucking loser over here.
Yeah, but the thing is, the problem in this scenario is those roles are switched. That he's the cool guy, and I'm just like the schlub from yesterday. So I gotta. That's why I say I gotta get ripped. I gotta grow a mustache, and I'm like 10% of the way there.
Well, there's an easier way to fix this, and that's to kill him.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Poison food.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Push him off a bridge. Who cares?
Then you drop her a line right after. Just wanted to just see how you're doing. She comes crying to. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, you must be so. Here, listen. Why don't you come over? And then you've got it in the bag.
Yeah, I think you figured this whole situation out.
The more I think about it, the more it sounds like just a really great idea.
Yeah, like why even talk about your problems when you can just kill somebody?
It's that easy. I mean, it just end the life. There's no. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I guess I gotta watch some more CSI Miami to figure out like how to get away with it.
But yeah.
There's ways.
Just track the killer's, create a GUI interface using Visual Basic to track the killer's IP address.
Exactly.
That's how they do it, I think.
TV tells you how to get away with crime.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I'm going to see if there's anyone else that wants to call in, but I really do wish you the best. I definitely understand that fucking painful. It's just a feeling. It's just like a shit in your stomach, and it just feels crappy, and I'm sorry.
Hey, man, it's all right. I'm moving forward.
You are moving forward, and you're going to continue to move forward, and I want to hear from you again. You call me back. Let me know how you're doing. I want to hear about it.
All right, man, I will.
All right, dude. Care. It's good to talk to you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I hope he doesn't take my killing advice seriously. We've got a call coming in. Who's it gonna be up in this thing? Hello there.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing yourself? Yeah.
I'm doing great. I've been talking to some lovely people, enjoying the evening. What?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, what are you up to this evening?
I'm I'm not doing anything actually. Once I saw that you were about to come on, I've been waiting here for like 30 minutes, waiting for it to start. But yeah. You've been asking people questions this entire time. Is it fine if I ask you a couple?
Oh yeah,
Make
sure.
things a bit interesting. Switch it around, you know?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm game.
All right. Okay, all right. One question that I've seen actually a few people ask is the titles of your videos. You actually changed them.
Yeah.
Why is that? What was the point?
I don't know, dude. It was like I think wasn't it before? I think before I was doing it like I was just like counting, right? Was it? I think I was just counting them.
Nice and organized. I could choose which one I liked. It was great.
Yeah, but the thing is like as I was getting up to like 20 and 20, I was like, this is absurd. I'm just writing out the word 21. It just felt a little absurd to me. So then I thought, well, why don't I do something that's just a complete non sequitur, something that has absolutely nothing to do with the videos. And I always thought that like Onion style news headlines were entertaining, so I just thought up
those are pretty good.
Yeah, just thought up a bunch, asked my friends for a couple, and just changed. There's no deep thought behind it. It's just completely off the cuff, you know.
All right, okay. All right, well, that answers a few people's questions. Yeah, another one. You had the title was previously video games, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Why'd you change it? What was the?
You know, as the day went on, I thought, you know, let's talk about video games because E3 is happening, and maybe there are people that are subscribed that enjoy video games. I don't know, maybe not, but either way, it's a topic that we can talk about. But then as the night started to creep in, I thought, man, I don't want to, like, it's nighttime. It's more of a sexy little evening, you know, and relationships are darker and more luscious, and you know,
they get interesting.
Yeah, video games is like a daytime thing, you know. I'll do video games at some point. Are you interested in talking about video games, or were you disappointed that relationships happen?
No. I feel like relationships a bit more interesting thing for people to listen to, in my opinion. So that was a good switch.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's why I did it. You know, there's really not an enormous amount of thought that goes behind any of this, so I hope I'm not disappointing you.
All right, okay. Last question, and then if you want, we could start talking about the topic, and then you can go on with whatever caller's next. Yeah.
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. A while ago, I saw a video of a lady paying a ludicrous amount of money to cut in a line to buy an iPhone, to buy as many iPhones as she could. Am I getting it right so far? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you sure are.
Okay. And she ended up getting in front of that person, paying for to get in front, and then it turns out that she could only buy one iPhone, which was just a huge waste of money. Was that you? It was you that she paid, yeah?
That's me. Yep.
Wow, that was. How much did she pay you? That's crazy.
She paid me $800. It was $800.
$800? What?
Yeah.
How far off the line were you?
This was on the release day of the original. Okay, I'll tell this. You want me to tell the story real quick?
Yeah, go for it. I'm hoping other people want to listen.
No, you're fine. It was basically this was the release date for the original iPhone, the first one.
Okay.
And I got there super early with a friend of mine who was not buying an iPhone. So he stood in line with me. I was very first person in line. I got there at like 4 a.m. and they were releasing the phone, I think, at like 6 p.m. So my friend comes to meet me to just chill with me. It's kind of a fun event. I brought some shit. I brought some chairs, some games, whatever. So he takes the second place in line, but he's not buying an iPhone. So the day goes on and people start lining up. I mean, you saw the video. There was like 100 some whatever people there.
Oh, yeah.
And then like as it gets closer to 6, this Porsche pulls up. And then like 5 minutes after the Porsche pulls up, NBC rolls up, like these news vans and shit. And they start interviewing her while she's in her car. And there's like people start talking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And before I know it, she's like walking up to me, and she just, I mean, basically what you see in that little news story is it's pretty much exactly what went down. Like, she asked me if she wanted to, if I could sell my place in line. She didn't know that the guy behind me was a friend and not buying an iPhone. So I was like, yeah, go right ahead. I said, I'll sell it to you for $1,000. She countered. We ended up at 800, which paid for the phone. I think the phone was like 600. So it paid for the phone. And then she walked in. They wouldn't sell her more than one phone. And so she kind of got fucked. And here's the weirdest part is, like, at the end of all of that, my dad, who was with me at the time, went up to her and he was like, what are you doing? Are you with Apple? What the fuck? The whole thing smells off. And she looked at him and gave him like a, shh, don't say anything sort of thing. So I don't know if she was paid to market for Apple, some like guerrilla marketing shit, or I don't know. But
if it is, that's a pretty smart way to do it, maybe. Well,
yeah.
Really, you can only buy one iPhone, but
I mean, it was just, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun little day.
Yeah. Okay. You remember what you did with that money?
Oh, I bought that fucking iPhone.
With the rest, I'm assuming.
Oh, with the rest? Yeah. I mean, I bought like a fucking Bluetooth earpiece that I didn't need and some stupid accessory shit. I don't know. Yeah. I bought the phone and I bought all the accessories and stuff. Yeah.
Pretty lucky for that happening.
It really was. It was great. But enough about me. So, what about you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you want to know?
Well, are you in a relationship? Did you just get out of one? Are you just getting into one? What's happening?
Ooh. Okay, the juicy bits, yeah?
Oh yeah, I want the pulp, I want vitamin, the whole juice.
All right. Well, this is I'm basically a raisin then. I'm like a super dry raisin. There's not much going on. I did have one during high school for like about 2.5 years, and then that just ended. And then after that, I've just been drier than the desert.
And how long ago did that end?
Sand. How long ago was that?
Yeah.
I think it was 3-4 years ago. I lost my track time ever since high school, and that I just don't even know what date it is. So.
Do you still miss it, or are you enjoying life on your own?
Do I miss it? Ooh. For a while, I enjoyed life on my own, yeah. But after a while, you kind of just miss it. You kind of miss having someone to just lean on, get to, you be able to talk to whenever.
Definitely.
Hang out with none of your friends want to hang out with you because you're a loser and your penis is too small,
Yeah.
all that crap. So.
God, I know that feeling.
Oh, yeah. It's not too good.
1.5 inches of rock hard steel over here.
I have the 2-inch Punisher is what they call me. Yeah.
Well, listen, I know it's tiring, hauling that dinosaur cock around, but you gotta.
No, dude.
I mean, have you had any sparks fly since then, or like you said, you've just been doing that thing alone?
It's been dry. There's been the obligatory Starbucks barista that looks interesting and people get attracted to, But so far, other than that, it's just been. No, I know. I forgot. Wow, I sound mean now. I dated this chick for 2 months. That that kind of doesn't really count. She ended up moving to a different college, so it was like, well, peace. That's about it,
Did you meet her in college?
Literally. No. We worked in the same restaurant. I was the bartender, and she was the front of house. She was people that sat people and tables and took care of the register and whatnot. But,
how was the sex?
No. It was only 2 months, and I'm young. I'm 20.
Did you have?
It was 2 months. Not much happened. We didn't get to that part, but everything before that, yeah.
Yeah.
We did the whole, yeah.
Oh boy, but you didn't get to seal the deal, huh?
No, I didn't get to seal the deal with that one.
Oh, that's too
It
bad.
was yeah. But other than that, unfortunately, the first time any of that happened, I made the mistake of when you get rid of the hairs down there,
Uh-huh.
give it a good brush.
Yeah.
I ended up cutting myself. So it was the worst. It was pretty bad. It was like a pretty big cut.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
What did you cut? Did you
What
cut
about
your
you?
balls? Did you cut your penis?
No, it was the hanging bits.
The
you know,
hanging, the
balls.
old
Yeah.
balloons.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was terrible. It hurt. While sitting down was a pain. I didn't get to. I haven't sat on my balls. Thank God. I don't think I'm that old. I decided that or my balls are too small. I don't know. But yeah, thank God I haven't sat on my balls yet.
Yeah, but either
What about
way,
you?
you
How are you doing in
healed,
your-
right? It wasn't like the balls fell out and you had to solder.
Oh God, no, Jesus, that's scary. That's a nightmare. I don't know. I don't know. That's oh God.
I'll tell you
That's
what my
too much.
nightmare is. I get frequent anxiety about, and this especially when I'm having sex, but about someone sitting on my cock while it's hard and bah, just like a penal
And
fracture.
bending it.
Oh man!
Yeah, that
just the
happened to my
thought
friend.
of like, about it pushing
Yeah.
and bending and like bending the card. Oh my God!
That's disgusting. Oh no.
Yeah.
I can't think of that either. I don't want to think of that. You're putting too many thoughts in my head. I'm getting scared now. I don't think I want to. I'll just jerk it off for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's
That sounds
man,
about good.
It is. It's nice, but I've been having a dry spell here for a while, and I'm getting a little antsy. I need to.
You ever think about buying any sex toys? I think you guys were talking about that earlier with the first caller. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You ever think of that?
I've thought about it, but I don't think. I don't know. I get enough pleasure from just jacking it, and I don't think that.
Yeah. You can get closer to it though. You just put some. I don't know, lubrication in it, slap it in the microwave, nuke it for like 30 seconds, and go ham.
Have you ever done the sock?
The sock? Of course I have. I don't want to make a mess, dude. That's
really?
No, dude. That's too much cleaning. That's unnecessary. The cleaning.
I've never jacked off into a sock ever.
I've done. That was when I was younger though. I was a lot younger then.
Oh yeah.
Your teenage years when you're experimenting and shit.
Trying everything out.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think it's decided we both need to go out and get some.
Oh man, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Yeah.
It is hard.
It's difficult. I'm not the prettiest looking guy. I'm like a 5-inch Scranton and a 3 in New York.
Oh come on.
I don't know if you watch The Office, but that's.
You're underrepresenting yourself.
No, dude, trust me, I'm not. Well, maybe. Who knows?
How did
people
you land?
when they
So you
judge
landed a
themselves, they're
girlfriend
pretty
for
biased.
2 years. How'd you do? Come on.
I don't know. I was an edgy teen back then. It was pretty easy to do it, but now it's I'm getting old. My back hurts. My knees are weak. My arms are heavy.
Yeah, old age is setting in.
Oh yeah, I'm 21 now, so it's
Oh God.
And without going to school, you can't really meet people. So it's it's hard.
I was talking about that with the previous caller. How it's harder.
Yeah, I was listening. It was pretty hard.
Hard to make relationships.
Totally kill his boyfriend though. That's the one way to do it.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. I think it's within your reach. I wouldn't go buy toys yet. Well, let me ask you this: Are you content in your single life, or do you wish you had someone there?
I'm comfortable for now. There's the occasional wanting someone, but right now it's just me and my hand. That's fine. That's good enough.
A very loyal girlfriend.
Just carve a hole in.
Yeah. You just sometimes put a big hole in your hand and just fuck that hole.
No, not in my hand.
Oh.
I'm talking about the waifu pillow.
Oh, right, the waifu pillow.
Yeah.
Now we're just talking about mutilation and fucking holes.
That's big. although that is a good way to just have a hole on the ready, anywhere you are. You just,
I mean, now that I mention it, yeah, it's not such a bad idea.
not a bad idea. It's not too bad.
Well, listen, man,
What
I'm going
about
to
you?
move
How are
on.
you?
I'm going
Oh,
to see if
okay, go ahead.
anyone else is up on the line. I really appreciate you calling in.
All right, okay.
You gonna?
Yeah, keep up the live stream stuff. This is pretty cool. It's like a podcast almost.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I invite you to
it's really
call
good.
in any other time and shoot the shit with me.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, have a good night. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, you too, man.
I'll see you. Bye. Good evening, caller. You're a little far away. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Is there anybody there? Hey,
I am here.
you were here. Yay, that's exciting. Me too.
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Just hanging out.
Where are you calling from, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, I am calling from San Marcos, Texas.
San Marcos.
Yeah.
Not far from Austin, right?
Yeah, about 30 minutes south.
I know San Marcos fairly well.
Nice.
I've an ex of mine used to live there, so I've taken a trip or two there.
Oh, very exciting. Very exciting. Did you float the river at all?
I never did. I've never floated the river. It's something that I really have to do.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. You should definitely come down and float sometime.
I definitely should. What are you doing in San Marcos? Do you live there?
I do. Yeah.
And,
I do live
and
here.
What else? Are you a student or are you just working and enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I was a student when I graduated, and now I work at the McCoy's headquarters down here. So.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that building supply, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah, girl. So, what brings you to this little talk show? What brings you here?
Well, my husband and I were watching, and
Oh yeah.
we figured we'd give it a go. We'd try to give you a call.
Oh man, am I talking to a couple right now?
You
Yeah,
are.
you
You
sure
are.
Hey, that's great. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Fits the theme pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hearing you guys beautifully. Well, so let's talk about married life. I mean,
Yeah.
while we're on the subject of relationships, it's the perfect thing to dive into. How long have y'all been married?
Yeah.
Coming up on 1 year on the 18th, so I guess it's next weekend.
On the
This
18th,
weekend.
congratulations.
This weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Happy almost anniversary.
Thank you so much.
What are you going to be doing?
We're not sure yet. We had a couple ideas, but
Hopefully Schlitterbahn.
yeah, hopefully we go to Schlitterbahn.
That's the hope.
The weather has just become perfect for that.
It really has.
Just hot enough, but not too hot.
Yes, floated on down the. Well, does Schlitterbahn have a lazy river?
Yes,
It
they
does.
do. They actually have a fantastic lazy river. It's on par with, either the Six Flags. I don't
Yeah.
know. Does the Six Flags in Dallas have a?
No,
Yeah,
because
I think it's the Wet and Wild or the Hurricane Harbor or something.
yeah, Hurricane Harbor.
Oh, okay, yeah. The one in San Antonio has it built into the park, and it's pretty good there. But I think the Schlitterbahn pretty excellent lazy river because it's a fully just water park. So.
Oh, that's great. So, how would you say marriage has been thus far? What was the journey to marriage? How long were you engaged? Where did you meet? Give me the thing.
We met at Texas State. I used to hang out at her dorm a lot. And I don't know if I have a name. I'm Christopher. This is Emily.
Yeah, hey, I'm Emily.
I don't know if you introduce yourself. We know your name, so you know.
Oh, hey, Emily. And who are you, sir?
Christopher.
Christopher and Emily. It's lovely to meet you two.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, we met at Texas State. Hang out in the same dorm. I didn't live there. I just would spend most of my time there. And I commuted to school. I just used to sleep in the dorm in the basement. So we got to be friends for that. And
we moved in the same apartment complex and started dating then. So we dated for, I guess, 3 years.
4 years.
Oh, for 4 years. Wow.
Yeah, no, it was 3 years.
Yeah.
It was 3 years. We dated for 3 years. We got engaged on our 3rd year anniversary.
No, it's still 4th year anniversary.
No, because it's been almost 5 years.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, so
right.
yeah, 3 years.
Right.
So we dated for 3 years. We got engaged. I think we started dating on June 18th. We got engaged 3 years later on June 18th, and then we had a 1 year engagement. Got married June 18th. So.
Oh
We
wow.
pick one date because we have the worst memory.
Yeah, try to keep it consistent though.
Well, that's why you have each other there to remind each other of shit like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's been pretty good. We just bought our first house 2 months ago.
Oh man,
And that's been pretty exciting.
that's great. Did you buy the house there in San Marcos?
Yeah, we're trying to get in before all the houses rate goes up a lot.
Which I'm absolutely sure it will.
Yeah. And hopefully sell before that bubble bursts, next time.
Yeah, you probably made a sound investment there, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
Feels like it, but you never know. We'll
Yeah.
find out.
Quick question about you. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live
'Cause
in an
can never
apartment.
tell. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And you-
cozy, a cozy little apartment. It's nice. I like
You're
it
in
here.
Denton.
I'm
You're
not
in
far.
Denton, right?
Yeah, I'm not far away from y'all at all. I'm in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm from Mesquite.
Oh, are you
So
really?
real close. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you
Real
wouldn't
close.
have been far from me at all.
No.
Yeah, we thought you lived close by. I've been watching your videos ever since you guys started doing ever since you started doing the ideologue videos.
Oh yeah.
And one of them.
We enjoy very much.
Yeah, we like those a lot. I was actually yesterday. I was thinking, literally yesterday. I was like, man, I haven't seen. He hasn't had any videos in a long time. I was like, I wonder what's happening. I hope his life's going okay. And and then today I was like, oh hey, wow, that's a good time. I'm glad you're still hopefully doing all right.
Yeah, man, I've got to say this is exciting because this is the first time I've talked to two people on the phone at the same time.
Yay.
Cool. How long have you been doing the live videos? I haven't seen any on there. I didn't know if you.
Oh,
this
this
the first
is
time you've
the
done
second episode. You guys are on the second episode.
Nice. When was the other episode?
The other episode was yesterday at noon.
Oh, I guess
we were at work.
I guess I checked in before that, looked at your videos, and then didn't look in later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just started.
Cool.
I didn't make any announcements or anything. I just wanted to see what would happen, and it turns out it's. I don't know. It's proven to be quite interesting.
What was your peak view count yesterday live?
Oh God, nothing much. I think I'm not even looking at it right now because I have a window with my little broadcast screen.
I think it was 18 maybe.
That's not too bad. What are we looking at right now? Do you have how many people are watching?
So 20 people. 20 people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good amount.
Yeah, 20 people. That's great.
Woo.
Hey, okay. I'm about to take it into real talk territory right here.
Okay, yeah.
Do it.
You called, so brace yourself.
That's
Yeah.
cool, yeah. Anything's on the table.
I want to know if there's something you can say that maybe, and I think this is just part of being in a relationship with somebody. Is there something about the other person that maybe annoys you a little bit?
Yes.
There you go first.
Okay.
Emily, you go first.
Okay, so my dear sweet husband is a loving, beautiful person, but he is god awful at time management, and I am a very prompt person. And so when I say I'm going to be there at 4 o'clock, I'm going to fucking be there at 4 o'clock. Christopher, on the other hand, is not that way, and it creates for some very interesting situations. So
Christopher is not there at 4 o'clock.
Christopher is not there at 4 o'clock. Christopher may roll in at 4:30. It just depends on the day.
And is Christopher apologetic for arriving at 4:30, or does Christopher not think that this is a problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem, but then I do apologize for it, but it doesn't really mean much because it happens all the time. So
Yeah.
So you're aware of this.
yeah, I get a lot of I get distracted really easily, It's not on purpose. It just keep doing things until I'm like, oh fuck, it's 4:30 now. We gotta go.
Well, I mean, I think being aware of it is definitely a step towards maybe making a little progress on that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's something.
I don't know.
It's something.
It's something.
Emily's problem. Her problem is that she stacks things up in a not good way. She'll like put a small book down, put a big book on top of it, then put like a floppy bag, and like another book on top of it, and there's these stacks just all over the house, and it's a real problem.
So, when you're talking about this weird stacking, are we talking about like are you doing this for decorative purposes?
No, it's just like, oh, I'm going to put something down, deal with it later.
It's definitely because we're trash people. We just pile up stuff around places.
Live in a garbage heap, basically. But I like to keep all the surfaces clear, so that way if you need to put something down, you can put it down, not worry about falling over.
Yeah. And Emily's not about that?
No.
I'm about getting stuff up off the floor, so, I put it on the surface. Where, to me, it seems like it should go.
Yeah. Take it off the floor and put it on a different surface.
Yeah.
I like to put it in a drawer or cabinet or put it in a box or stack it properly, where I like put the large book at the bottom and stack up to a small book, where it's all flat and doesn't prone to fall over.
Do you find yourself going behind her like a cleaning like just like rearranging everything?
I restack a lot.
Yeah. I have news for you two. This is a good marriage because those are peanuts.
Yeah, we think so too.
We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
We didn't have to take marriage counseling, but my mother-in-law wanted us to do marriage counseling, so we did that beforehand.
Oh, that's great.
There's some tests that you take. I'm not sure what it's called. I wish I could find that form right now, but there's a test you take, and you fill out. Both people separately fill out answers, like hundreds, like 800 questions each that you take, and it combines them together, and it has like 30 plus years of data on what makes relationships last, and they've correlated down to like some science of how long your relationship's gonna last, like a little predictor. We got in the top percentile, like top 5% of.
Oh wow!
Of our relationship.
Not to fucking brag or anything, but
basically we're the best.
Yeah, just make everyone else feel like shit. Jesus, guys. That's amazing. That's you found the right person.
Yeah, we do okay.
Yeah.
We get by.
What about your in-laws? How's that situation?
So Chris's in-laws were our landlords for a while.
Really?
So that was a real fun situation.
Yeah. Wait, so how was that? How was having an in-law as a landlord?
It wasn't hell, but it was not good.
It wasn't
because
they just show up a lot.
They show up a lot. They're the type that they call us very frequently, and they want to hang out with us a lot, which we don't mind, but they would just pop over. Might have liked, and we come from decently religious family that is not okay with people living together before you're married, and so we lived in the same apartment complex. It was just like a little quadplex, just 4 apartments. And so we pretty much just lived with each other the whole time. So we might have been in the other one's apartment when Chris's parents unexpectedly popped over.
Oh.
So, yeah, it created for some pretty interesting scenarios.
Yeah, that I could see that maybe being a little awkward to have to deal with.
Yeah, definitely a little awkward. But, and then my mom lives in, she still lives up by near Dallas, so we don't have to deal with her too much.
And do you any of your other extended family living near you, or are you all the only ones living in San Marcos?
Yeah, pretty much just us. I can't think of anybody. Like my brother lives in San Marcos. I don't see him too often. But it's a family lives in Buda. It's like in between Austin and San Marcos.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, now that we own a house and don't live in a building they own,
That helps.
it's like a lot better. It's like easy breezy, it's nice.
Yeah.
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Yeah.
Very much
I was
so.
going to finish it. I already did that earlier today, and then I did it again. I was like, I'm not going to do this twice.
What's the fucking L'Oreal tagline? What is that? Because you're worth it? Is that it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because you're worth it. I love that. You're worth it, baby. Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to say that you all have a firm handle on the relationship thing. And for that, I really have to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We didn't hear how your relationships were doing, but just because we guys caught the last 10 minutes of your video. So you're not in a current relationship or have been for a little while?
Oh, no. I've been single for a good while. I think, geez, how long now? I'm good at being single. I'm an only child, and so I enjoy being by myself. But I also enjoy being in a relationship. So it's, I don't know. It just kind of depends on my mood and who happens to walk into my life,
Yeah.
But I've been single for, I think, it's at least been a couple of years now. Just floating through, enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it.
I'm sure that helps with the creative processes, not having anybody
Oh my
to
God.
keep you distracted.
Yes. And especially if you're in a relationship that doesn't happen to be in the top 5th percentile.
Yeah.
It can definitely, hinder the creative process a little bit because you're spending a lot of that creativity on the relationship.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I used to do a lot of various creative work stuff. And then after starting to date Emily, we lived, 15 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
And so we're hanging out all the time, and we've been together for most of the time every day. And so now I don't have much time to do, various creative things.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we both
we basically just made each other shittier, just
pretty much.
So now we're just doing everything together. But we like it so fine.
Yeah.
Do
We're
you
sitting
find
together.
yourselves?
Not a problem.
What's the ratio of time now that you're married spending together and apart? I mean, do you have how often are you together?
100% of the time.
We work at the same office.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we're, and that just started recently, 8 months ago. But,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's been that way for a while.
So now, and it's now, I guess it's been 8 months now. I didn't think about this right now, but yes, before that though, it's still, 100% of the day, since we live next to each other, but it's pretty good. We like that.
Yeah.
That works out for both of us. So.
And when we need space, we let the other one know, and nobody's offended. Everybody's just like, all right, cool.
That's great.
So,
honesty, communication.
Yeah.
But definitely less time for various creative projects, because I used to do creative work because I was by myself. I was like, hey, what's something you doing? And now I'm like, oh, I can just hang out with Emily. I don't need to do this by myself. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
So probably the next number of years, maybe fall back to that more. So.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Yeah. But you said you were together for 4 years before getting married?
Yeah. So it's almost been 5 years now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I mean, you've settled into a routine, but I can see as time goes on, as your marriage continues to grow and mature, that you all will maybe I don't know, maybe the work thing will change and you can sort of have your space to create and be creative on your own a little bit too.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. We have a bad habit of wanting to be creative independently, but then being like, why don't we just hang out and play video games?
Yeah, but shit, if that's making you happy, then fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A pretty good life. So.
Let me ask you, do you have anything that you would say to the 19 other people on the air right now that maybe coming from the perspective of a married couple that either I'd give you two options. Is there something maybe you wish you had done differently, or something that you're glad you did that helped you sort of fall into a really healthy relationship?
I just be lucky with who you get in a relationship with.
It's the worst advice ever.
Just like hope it works out. If it falls apart, it's like fuck, you picked wrong accidentally. It's no fault of your own.
Yeah. So just hope that someone great comes along.
Yeah.
Okay, I have some different advice.
Emily, I want to hear. What do you got?
Okay, my advice, first of all, is definitely take your time and date lots of people. Date around, because you have to experience people to know what's good for you and what's good for other people, and realize too when the person you're with is not the right one, and that's okay, and just know that that's okay, that maybe right now isn't the right time or never is the right time, and just both people accepting that, always having open lines of communication, never feeling like you need to change yourself to be comfortable with the person you're trying to be with, because that is never a good way to be. I dated lots of people where I felt like I had to be somebody else, and with Christopher, if I'm anybody else who's like, who the fuck is that? Send them away, bring Ellie back. So that's my advice.
That's great advice. I feel like that really is the key. I've unfortunately really only been in relationships where I feel like I can't completely be myself, and so I'm still waiting. Still waiting on finding that person.
Well, and definitely put yourself out there too.
Yeah,
I mean,
also,
if that's what you want,
If yourself is a shitty person, you should probably stop being that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be able to realize that you're a piece of shit. I think that's actually a good point, because if you are a piece of shit, I guess you just want to find another piece of shit, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that doesn't even work out. I don't know, because I don't think of myself as being a piece of shit.
Okay.
But if we are, maybe that's why our relationship works out so well.
Probably.
Both just real shitty people. We're like, yeah, fuck this
just terrible people that are cool with it around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shitty together.
Yeah.
It's like two black holes converging.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Be a horrible person and find another one.
Yeah.
No, I'm super happy for you guys, and it's just nice to hear. It's nice to hear people in a loving thing together. I feel like you don't see a lot of that. It's kind of a rarity.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
That's the truth.
It's also cool. Just like a side note, relationship thing. It's cool to talk to you because we just watch your videos a lot. And like, man, this guy seems like a really cool, chill guy. Like he'd be fun to hang out with and talk to.
And I always think, oh, he lives in Denton. Maybe I mean,
Dallas. I don't know why you say Denton. That's where.
Denton?
Yeah, Denton.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Christopher's right. I'm in Dallas. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well.
I only know that because I happened to look up your name like a long time ago, just like in a weird stalker, like look up YouTube people's names.
Yeah.
And because I looked up because I saw in one of your videos you had a shirt that was it was for the what's the beer festival in New Braunfels?
Oh,
Worst Fest. You were wearing a Worst Fest shirt, or you had a Worst Fest glass. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, hey, that's the Worst Fest glass. Yes, I think it was the cup. And I was like, I wonder where this guy lives. Do you live in San Marcos or San Antonio or something maybe?
Yeah.
And then I happened to see your LinkedIn and you work somewhere in Dallas. So.
Is it weird to know that people you don't know look you up on the internet?
It's a little weird, but the thing is, I'm completely responsible for it. I've like actively and willingly put myself out there, and that's a consequence of that. I'm cool with it. I don't mind people knowing where I am.
Also,
yeah. I don't know.
I like your style of tucking in T-shirts with a belt. I was thinking it looks really cool. And
doing it right now, baby. Right now.
Right. Yeah, actually, we're not watching the video because we muted it, moved to the other room because. Oh gosh. Okay. I accidentally unmuted it. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
And I don't know. I didn't remember that, but yeah, occasionally I find myself doing that, like very rarely.
Oh, yeah?
I think, oh yeah, that's the Marc thing to do.
Oh my God, you do not.
I that's a thought I've had maybe twice in my life.
That's the fucking creepiest shit I've ever heard.
Not a weird thing. It's just like a real passive, like, you know, sub-routine thought, like way in my subconscious that. It's
Well,
like
sounds like Emily doesn't think you've been doing it, Christopher.
Like it could be like
fucking creepy.
Maybe like 6 months ago, and maybe like 6 months before that. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it makes me happy to know that someone appreciates me tucking my shirt in, because I don't get nothing but fucking shit for it, but you know, from my real friends. So I'm glad to know there's someone a few hundred miles away that's cool with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Maybe not all the time, but at least some of the time.
I'll take care of the all the time thing. You just worry about the sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen, Christopher, Emily, what a pleasure. What a pleasure it's been talking to y'all.
Yeah.
Well, it's been pretty nice talking to you.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, of course, anytime. And feel free to come back and visit, and we'll shoot the shit, and you can tell me about what's been going on. And there'll be a different topic to talk about, so it'll be fun.
All
Cool.
right.
Thanks
Cool.
so much, Marc. Talk to you later.
All right, y'all. Talk to you. Have a good night.
Y'all too, or you too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Isn't that fun? I invite any other couples, call me. People that, I don't know, are in the middle of having sex. That would be a great thing to listen to on the phone. Have sex and call me while you're having sex. Or call me, you know what? Call me after. I want to hear you call me after you have sex, and I want to be a part of your after sex conversation. We've got another caller. This might be the last one. We're coming on 2 hours, but we'll see. Good evening.
Hey, man.
Hello to you, man.
Hey, I've been waiting to call you for a while, man.
Oh, man, I'm sorry you weren't able to get through.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Hey, I'm really glad you're talking about this topic, man, because I saw originally you had it set to video games.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that, you see, I'm divorced. But I got divorced because I was playing too much video games. You know, my wife wasn't really into that, you know.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So it's like the first topic gave birth to the second topic.
Oh, you want to know a triple layer of irony, man? So I got two little daughters. I got my 13-year-old and my 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Right, and we get together every weekend, and she's really into the Nintendo, you know.
Yeah.
So we play. We got that new Zelda game, you know that game.
Breath of the Wild.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's amazing.
That's what I hear.
I don't know.
So you've been playing that with her?
It's about all. Yeah, my daughters are basically my life, man. Without them, I don't have anything to live for, you know.
How old are they?
13 and 10.
Oh, man, those are great ages.
Yeah.
I bet they love you. Do they love you?
They love me and I love them. And they're all I got, man.
That's really sweet, man. Well, tell me, what's the situation with your ex-wife? How are things on that level?
Oh man, dude, she was a prude. I'm glad she's out of my life, man.
Really?
Yeah. She's trying to get me to pay all sorts of alimony and shit, dog. I'm just a teacher. I'm just a high school teacher, man.
What do you teach?
I teach physics and astronomy.
Oh man, those are fascinating subjects.
Oh yeah. You gonna watch that eclipse?
Yeah. When is that happening?
Depends on where you are. It's happening in early August, I think.
Oh wow. Okay. Early August. Just at some point, you're gonna have to keep me in the loop. If you call back, you'll have to let me know.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I don't know the date myself. I can tell you over the comments, I suppose.
Yeah, please. Where are you calling from? If you don't mind my asking.
Oh, I live down in Nashville.
Hey, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been. What's the weather like over there right now?
Hot, humid, and all around not good.
I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you.
Man, we're driving out to old Hopkinsville in Kentucky, taking the daughters out. We're going to take a camper. We're going to watch the eclipse.
Oh, man, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
So how long ago did the split happen with the ex? I mean, I'm assuming since you're in the middle of litigation that it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, it happened about a year ago, but it's just been dragging on, man.
I'm sorry.
Dragging on. I don't know. Without women, I really got nothing to live for.
Do you, I mean, do you consider yourself better off out of this marriage, or do you find yourself missing it?
I don't know. She's pretty emotionally abusive, you know. I'm kind of glad I got out, but now I find myself, I hate to admit it, but I don't know what to do. I find myself fucking looking at my high school students, man.
Really?
It's fucked up. You know, that guy earlier talked about the BJ sim. I ought to get myself one of those, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Before you get out of control, because that shit can be a dangerous road to travel down, my friend.
Yeah, you know Jean-Paul Sartre?
Yes.
He finger blasted his students, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. And you find yourself sort of in that situation sometimes?
Yeah, I hate all the students, man. They're dipshits. I got in my physics class, you know, the ones you'd think would be smart. You got these immature assholes laughing at the number 69. Like, what are you, 13? Come on, man. I looked around. We were doing the Pledge of Allegiance the other day. Turn around. This kid's dry humping another kid, and I gave up. I didn't even say anything.
Was he jacking off his little high school dick? Is that what or was he just doing it as a joke?
It looked like it was a joke. I hope it was a joke. I don't want any kids fucking jerking into my class. I don't know what I would do.
What kind of teacher are you? Are you a sort of an authoritarian teacher? Do you disciplinarian, or do you kind of let things fly by the seat of your pants?
I don't know. You know, I used to be pretty authoritative, but now I'm all laissez-faire. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I let them play. I caught this kid playing a video game the other day in class, you know, like Hentai Fighter 4 or some shit. There was all these tentacles flying around. It was bizarre, man.
Let me ask you, I would imagine this is the case, but has cell phone use in the classroom become a much more serious issue than it used to be?
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure some of my students are like sexting. Shit's whack.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I'm pretty sure they take pictures of me.
Really?
I don't know. I try to keep it cool with the kids, but you never know, man.
I want to backtrack a little bit to to the notion of lusting after your students, and walk me through that.
I generally try to suppress it, man. It's just all these senior girls. I don't know. Is it bad, Mark?
I can't really be the one to say, but I'll tell you what I can say is I feel like I, as a red-blooded straight male, would sort of be, at least from what I could. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I mean, senior girl,
I don't know.
They're of age. I'm sure there are a lot of them that are pretty little mamacitas.
You know, I'm a nihilist. I don't really care, man. I don't think it's that bad. Nothing wrong to it. It's biological, man.
It's human desire. It's just human nature. Would you...
Liberation for women, am I right?
Absolutely. Would you be willing to let your job take a hit in the interest of a sexual relationship?
Fuck it, I don't care, man. I got nothing to live for. You know, there's this philosopher, I forgot his name, C. Rayon, something like that. I don't speak French. He said, it's not worth it to kill yourself because by the time you do it, it'll already be too late.
Jesus. That's a
Pretty dark.
fucking load right there. My God.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself getting depressed?
I mean, a little bit. I always work my way back out of it over the weekend. The daughters come over, pop in some Zelda.
You get your daughters on the weekends?
Yeah, typically on the weekends. We don't have a real formal system worked out on when I can get them and when she has to keep them. But
and is that something you're trying to work out?
Yeah, that's something we're trying to work on, man. I don't know.
If you don't mind sharing, how did things come to an end? And I mean, did the kids have anything to do with it, or was it just you two, or what happened?
Fortunately, it was just us two. I tried to keep the kids out of it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep in it, you know, but let's just say it all started when she was being a prude in the bedroom, if you know what I mean.
She wasn't willing to go places that you wanted to go?
Yeah. She was a stick in the mud.
I thought you said stick in the butt, and I was like, well, that's certainly a place to go, I guess.
Man, you're fucked up, Mark. You're almost fucked up as me.
That's the truest thing that's been said tonight. Well, man, it sounds like you just maybe need to find someone who's on your level sexually.
Hey, Mark, are you on my level sexually?
You know, I'm always open to it. I was with this chick one time who insisted on me choking her, and I had never had that happen before.
Oh.
And she was like, "Choke me! I'm on top of her fucking," and she's like, "Choke me, dad," and she starts calling me daddy. Yeah, daddy, and I've got my hands around her, and I'm not really particularly turned on by. It's just not something that I'm getting off to. But shit, if you want that right now, I'll choke you right the fuck out. And so I'm sitting there fucking slapping her and choking her, and yes, daddy, and I don't know. I mean, it was an experience, but it's not really something that I'm about. I guess maybe I'm a little more vanilla.
Hey, to each his own, man. That's what I always say.
Absolutely. Are you the slapping type? What do you like, getting hurt?
Not me.
What are you into? I mean, you said she wasn't willing to go there. Where was she not willing to go?
Ain.
Ooh, that ANAL?
Yeah, man.
She didn't want to let you pop it in the old poopy?
Nah, man. Shit's fucked up.
Did you try? Would you try maybe rubbing it out a little bit, getting it open, and she open to that?
Dude, I was trying to get her for 3 months. I just gave up.
And nothing. She didn't budge.
Nothing. And it started to precipitate in our emotional life. Like she would do the silent treatment, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, so that's what's and okay, so did you find yourself growing distant as things became colder and less passionate? Is that why you started maybe playing video games a little more?
Yeah. Come the last couple weeks before it all fell apart, I didn't even talk to her. I'd come home, talk to my my daughters, eat dinner,
yeah,
and then go to bed. Go to work early next day, you know.
Jeez. That's no way to live, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to ask you if you got a name for this program yet. I rather like these live things, you know.
I'm glad you do. I don't have a name for it yet. I was gonna put it under the Ideologue umbrella, but man, I got to think of something.
What about Quality Time with Marc?
Quality Time with your host, Marc Rebillet.
Yeah. Marc Interview TV.
Talk to me with Marc Rebillet.
I like that one. Hey, Marc, would you ever cam whore?
I mean, privately with one person, sure. But
that's what I thought, Marc. You're a freak.
This is about as whorish as I'll get to the public. But let me. I want to see if I can take. Let's see if I can take one more caller. I want to keep it maybe a 2-hour show. But let me tell you something, man. It makes me really happy that you have 2 wonderful daughters that you love. And I would just urge you to try and live a happy life for them so that they can look at someone and they can look up to someone who's living a happy life. I cannot tell you how important that was to me as a child. Like, me being who I am today, I'm very lucky because I feel like I'm very stable and I'm happy, really happy most of the time. And I wouldn't be this way if I didn't have parents who demonstrated that to me early on in my life. So I'm just want you to do that.
I hear you, Marc. Hey, thanks for taking my call, man. Hey, before I go, can I make a quick shout out?
Please.
I would just like to make a shout out. I've been, ever since the divorce, I've been browsing this website, 911truth. I think it's edu. I don't know. It's an educational website.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like to make a shout out. I gotta go, Marc.
All right.
I think I'm gonna pass out.
Well, listen, you pass out and have a great school lesson tomorrow, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, man. Hey, keep this show up.
I will.
I want to hear more from you, Marc.
Give me a call anytime.
Anytime. Okay, thank you, Marc.
I'll talk to you soon, man.
Man, thanks. Bye.
Bye. The 9/11 truth thing makes me wonder. That was just a bunch of bullshit. If it was a fun ride, man. If not, everything I said stands. Good evening.
Marc Rebillet.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
No. It's your boy.
All right.
Is this Mr. Maryland?
Hey, you recognized.
I've got a good memory. I don't have a good memory, but I have a good sound memory.
Well, I also said your name correctly, so that probably helped.
Yeah, that was the tip-off.
All right. I'll give you a name. You can call me, because I might be a frequent caller. You can just call me Rex.
Did you say Brad?
No, Rex. R-E-X.
Ref. Like a referee?
No, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ooh, Rex. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my call sign.
What's going on, Rex? How's the evening been?
It's been pretty good. I didn't think I was going to get in tonight, but I snuck in here. I'm pretty happy.
You sure did. You may be our last caller.
Oh, maybe. I'm actually, if you remember yesterday's call, I was talking about ways that I alleviate stress, and I do that creatively. And working out, that's just too much work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm walking the neighborhood right now. So.
Oh, you're having a little walk?
Yeah, as ironic as it is.
That's great. What are you outside, having a little walk outside?
Yeah, I already looped the neighborhood once, so I'm going around again.
That's perfect. That's good for the heart, good for the legs.
Yeah, I need it. But, yeah, tonight's live stream has been, shall I say, interesting.
I'm listening. Tell me more.
No, I was just kind of pointing it out. I didn't know what your thoughts are.
I'm sorry. Were you talking about tonight's episode?
No, yeah, tonight I've been listening the whole time, and
man, there have been some lovely calls tonight, huh?
Yeah.
let's
Man,
add
I had
one
a lot
more
of
to the
stuff.
let's add one more to the scoreboard. What's going on with the relationships? What's happening?
Oh man, so many. I actually had plenty of answers for video games, and then I saw those relationships.
Too
I was like, damn
bad.
it. No.
But we were talking.
I
I
don't have
believe you said you had become somewhat of a recluse recently.
Oh, you do remember. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so kind of just chill at home all the time. But
do you long for a
I
relationship? Is that something that you wish for?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty content, single. I don't know. I really don't have an answer for it right now.
That's okay. What about friendships? You said you were reaching out to some people, right? You had made some friends over the last short while.
Yeah. Sorry, it's getting late. Getting a little tired here. Yeah. I mean, just like getting better acquainted with people I work with. Reaching out to just some other people, just kind of in the general sense. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out on the phone, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just chilling. This is super cool.
What's the weather like over there?
I rewatched. It's hot and stupid.
Man, it's fucking hot everywhere. Jesus. I talked to someone in Nashville. It was hot. It was hot here. It's hot in San Marcos. It's hot in fucking Maryland. Jesus.
Yeah, it's what, like, it's like midnight here.
Yeah.
And it's like still like 70-something degrees.
Let's let's crank this up and get a little personal. And
all right.
I want to know if you're not hungry for a relationship, which I completely understand. I'm not particularly hungry for that either. What are your thoughts on sex in general? Do you yearn for it? Is it something that you feel is missing from your life? Are you content without it? How do you feel about sex?
Never had it so far, so.
Yeah.
And
is it something that you long for, or is it something that you feel like you're not missing much?
I think I'm fine so far. I haven't exploded from lack thereof. But I mean, I have the drive for it, of course. But I always tell myself I'm just like not in the place yet to start exploring for that.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
Yeah.
You think?
I think. Oh, you're fine.
What needs to happen in order for you to get to that place?
I definitely think I have some more growing to do as a person. I mean, as we all
Personally.
do. But as looking into myself with some introspection, I don't think I'm there yet. I know I won't ever be ready, like 100% ready. But, for where I want to be, I'm not there yet.
Well, that is definitely true. You'll never be ready. But
and I fucking hate that. In everything, it's the fucking worst. Man,
I'm telling you, the first time it was just like it was like this just this brief fucking thing that just occurred. But then it just really gets better every time after that. It just goes way uphill from there. So expect it to be very strange the first time.
All right, I gotcha. Of course, like I said, I haven't done it. I have like the conceptualization of it.
Yeah.
I can like understand it. And of course, it's not just physical. There's every other aspect to it.
Yes, it's a whole lot.
And like the emotional shit, like I don't want to do that. Not right now.
Why not?
I'm just not in a place for it.
You don't think you're in a place to give yourself over emotionally to someone else?
No, I really haven't given that to myself, really, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Why not? Why aren't you giving that to yourself?
Your guess is as good as mine. Not really. Sorry, trying to walk by some people.
That's okay, man.
Yeah, it's all good. We're live, having a good time. No, I think I mentioned yesterday some about in a transition. So I've been stuck in a place, and in the place I'm at isn't nurturing or going to be fruitful towards bettering myself emotionally, getting myself out really into a community, meeting people, getting real nice friends. And so this is what the transition is going to be towards.
So you need to establish and get into a new chapter before you can sort of think about that stuff.
Yeah. Like there's some parts I've been able to think about while I'm here, but there's parts of being here that can't be thought of and overcome and you could even say grieved in some aspects until I'm not here because they're continuing.
I see.
Yeah. So.
Well, listen,
you. Depressing.
You mind revealing how old you are?
I think I said yesterday. I'll say early 20s.
Okay. Yeah, I think you did say that. Yeah, man. You just go at your own pace, but I would definitely encourage you to, which it seems like you're thinking about and trying to do, but I just want to reiterate, really focus on taking action for yourself and for your own betterment. And, you got to push on that shit because a lot of people get stuck in a cycle and then they end up, years have gone by and they're kind of miserable, and I'd hate to see you end up that way.
Oh, you don't need to tell me. It's been a couple years.
Well, I hope you're gonna dig yourself out of the mud here.
Yeah, it should be coming up soon, and I'm looking forward to it. And then from there on, it should be different waters. There'll be lots of wakes there, but hopefully smoother sailing.
Smoother sailing. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Just sail with the beautiful summer breeze and enjoy your life. That's the most important part. Just enjoy being alive. That's what it's about.
Oh, yeah.
As much as you can, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Some of your callers seem to be a little, yeah.
Well, shit, man. Who am I to say? I mean, people enjoy life in different ways, but yeah, it seems like there are some people who, I don't know. It's definitely making me think about life and all its different permutations. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. So what do you do lately? I want to flip the table. I want to be the interviewer. That's all right.
Please.
What are you up to lately?
I spend a lot of time buying records. I buy a lot of records. I listen to just a lot of music all the time. I play piano. I practice my piano. I visit my dad every day, and just spend time with 2 or 3 of my very closest friends and just shoot the shit, man. Just get high and, drink and talk about random shit. Just basically do what I'm doing on here, but with people that I know, people that are here.
Sweet. Well, that sounds awesome. I want to move to Dallas, Texas, live with Marc Rebillet.
It's a pretty nice and easy life right now. I'm in a good place. I can support myself, and I have people around me that I really love a lot and that are super, super supportive of me. And, I have a job that's not stressful and that gives me time to do stupid shit like this. And so I don't know. I really can't complain right now, dude. Life is pretty good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Man, I don't envy you, but if I did.
Well, it's just about finding that balance. I've been in many situations and many places where I was deeply unhappy. But the nice thing about that is that, you know, it comes to an end and things do change, you know, things happen. You can't really help it. Things, you know, life just happens to you, and you got to try to be positive about it. You really got to make a concerted effort to be positive about shit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's my 2 cents.
I know a couple people who I've been, they kind of have like, you know, I think their lives, their negative aspects of their lives are largely impacted by the fact that they're always negative about life.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's karma. I don't want to say like, you know, they're steering themselves by looking at the ground, but yeah, definitely, you know, kind of keep a happy thought, whatever you're saying. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, Rex.
Let me ask real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do one last question.
Real quick. I watched over the live stream yesterday, and then I noticed you shortened it. There's a whole 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes when you started this, where no one called. And I'm really curious, what were you thinking? What were you thinking during that whole time?
I mean, I started
thinking,
the stream.
Man, this is not going to happen. No one, everybody unsubscribed. This is going to be nothing. It'll never turn into anything.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. I was like, wow, I have gone out and spent $100 trying to get this fucking setup and spent the whole day, like, you know, getting everything ready. But I had a plan. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here in silence until someone calls. I don't want to say a thing until someone calls me on the phone. But yeah, there was a good 15 minutes there where I was like, this is going nowhere. This is just, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. And then whatever that guy called from Germany and then didn't go through.
Yeah, that was like, God damn it.
Prank call.
Yeah. But luckily.
Has anybody called between the live stream and now?
No. I mean, because I'm using a Google Voice number, so I don't, you know, I'm not getting any calls if they are.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, if he just leaves this up, someone watches it between streams, they'll just call him at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and they're welcome to. They'll get some, you know, generic voicemail or something.
I got you. I heard it this time again too.
Yeah, yeah. Well.
Oh, sweet. This was fun.
It was fun, Rex. I hope you'll call again. It's always nice having you on, and you know there's going to be a new episode soon. I'll post it up in advance so you know you and anyone else can you know make sure to tune in if you want.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if I'll become like in every single show. I don't want to be that kind of guy, but I also don't want to be a Sensei Raj. I don't want to start any beef with anybody, and then they talk about me when I'm not there. But
shows like this need a Sensei Raj. They need a Rex. They need everything in between. And I'm glad that both him and you are here. You give the show color, and I appreciate you for that.
And everybody who's watching who definitely couldn't make it in, like, of course, we all love you. We love your music, and we're looking forward to this. So we're excited and we're having fun, I think.
Thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say. And I hope you have a great rest of the night, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care, Mark. See you soon.
Thanks. You too, Rex. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Guys, I cannot tell you how lovely it has been. I'm not taking any more callers tonight because I've been sitting here for 2 hours. But the conversations are great. I'm so happy you all are here, and I want you to keep tuning in, keep calling me, keep having conversations because it's enriching and interesting and thought-provoking to talk to you guys. I can't wait to see what you will come up with for next episode. And I'm excited to talk to you. And thank you for tuning in. It makes my night. I hope you'll keep watching and make sure to tell people. Maybe share it on social media if you want. I'm off of Facebook and all that shit, so this YouTube thing is really all I've got. So if y'all could, get some other people involved, the more callers, the better. But, whatever it turns out to be, I'm just glad to talk to you all. So it's been a blast. Until next time, I'll be putting up, a preview event for, when it's going to go live next time. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great rest of the night or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will talk to you next episode. Good night.